Hello students. So in previous session of data file handling, we have seen about text files and binary files, the operations on text files and binary files. Today we will see about CSV files. CSV stands for comma separated values and the operations on CSV files. So CSV is a simple file format used to store tabular data such as spreadsheet or database. Files in CSV format can be imported to and exported from programs that store data in tables such as Microsoft Excel or OpenOffice Calc. So CSV is a file format which can store the data in the form of spreadsheet or database, and the main advantage is these can be imported and exported. It can be imported to and exported from the programs that store data in form of tables such as Excel or OpenOffice. CSV expansion is comma separated values. A comma separated value file is delimited text file that uses a comma to separate values. Here each value is separated by commas, and each line of the file is a data record, and each record consists of one or more fields separated by commas. The use of comma as a field separator is the source of the name for this file format. Means, so here every record, every line is considered as a record, and every record may contain different fields, and each field is separated by commas. The basic approach to share data is through comma separated values file. CSV is a simple flat file in human readable format which is extensively used to store tabular data in a spreadsheet or database. A CSV file stores tabular data in plain text, that is numbers and text, in plain text. So we saw different formats of storing. So here CSV is one kind of format where the data is stored by separated by commas. So each line in a file is known as a record, and each record consists of one or more fields, and everything is separated by commas, which is also commas is also known as delimiters. That is, each of the records is also a part of the file. Tabular data is stored as text in CSV file, so everything will be stored in the form of text. So there is no tables. The use of comma as a field separator is the source of the name for this format. It stores our data into a spreadsheet or a database. So why do we need CSV? So the extensive use of social networking sites and their various associated applications requires the handling of huge data. But the problem arises as to how to handle and organize this large unstructured data. So in social networking platforms, so large amount of people will be using, and the huge data will be stored, and handling this data is very difficult, and all the data are not in a particular order, not structured, it is unstructured data. So handling is very difficult. So storing huge and exponentially growing datasets is very difficult. So how to handle this? The solution to the above problem is CSV. Thus, CSV organizes data into a structured form, and hence the proper and systematic organization of this large amount of data is done by CSV. Since CSV file formats are of plain text format, it makes it very easy for website developers to create applications that implement CSV. So the size can be reduced, and it will be easily incorporated with the websites or any applications easily with CSV. CSV files are commonly used because they are easy to read and manage, small in size, fast to process and transfer. Because of these silent features, they are frequently used in software applications ranging anywhere from online e-commerce stores to mobile apps to desktop tools. So CSV files are used everywhere in online commerce stores, mobile apps and desktop tools. Thus, in a nutshell, the several advantages that are offered by CSV files are as follows. So first one is CSV is faster to handle, CSV is smaller in size, CSV is easy to generate and import to a spreadsheet or database. CSV is human readable and easy to edit manually. CSV is simple to implement and parse. CSV is processed by almost all existing applications. So these are the major advantages of CSV files. So since it occupies only less number of space, so size is less and faster to handle, and it can be easily imported into a spreadsheet. Similarly, it can be edited easily. So these are the very few advantages of CSV files. So now let us see how we can handle CSV files in Python. For working with CSV files in Python, there is an inbuilt module called CSV. It is used to read and write tabular data in CSV format. Therefore, to perform read and write operations with CSV file, we must import CSV module. So CSV module can handle CSV files correctly regardless of the operating system on which the files are created. Along with this module, open function is used to open a CSV file and return file object. We load the module in the usual way using import function. So if you want to import CSV features, you need to write import statement. It is import CSV. Like other files, we have seen text files and binary files. There are two basic operations which can be carried out on CSV files also, that is reading from the file and writing to CSV file. So let us see the example. Write a program to read the contents of CSV file. So we have a CSV file, you have to read it. We'll see how it can be done. So in this example, we started with import CSV, then with open. So we have seen that with the open function, what it does, it opens the file and stores it in a file object. So you don't need not close the file after the process. So that is the advantage of with open function. So we are opening with open, and we are opening a CSV file called my CSV in read mode, and the file object name is given as CF. So here next line, mr equal to csv dot reader. Csv dot reader is a function for reading the CSV file. So we have mentioned here the object name, file object name CF. So it reads the file my csv.csv and stores it in mr. mr is a variable name here. So you want to get one by one row. So for that you can use the for loop. For row in mr, print row. That means one by one row will be printed. So in the first line, for example, serial number, name and age is stored in the CSV file. So it will just take that rows, then it goes to the next row. So one by one rows are printed from CSV files. So remember here, so we need to import CSV, then CSV dot reader is a function for reading CSV file. Is it clear? So here, as seen from the above output, every record is stored in the reader object in the form of a list. In the above code, we first open the CSV file in read mode. The file object is named CF. The file object is converted to CSV reader object. We save the CSV reader object as MR. The reader object is used to read the records as lists from CSV file. Now we iterate through all the rows using for loop. When we try to print each row, one can find that row is nothing but a list containing all the field values. Thus, all records are displayed as lists separated by comma. I hope you are clear with this. There is another example here. So with open, we are opening a file. So csv.reader function is used for reading. Then we take an empty list called rows. So for rec in reader, so reader is the reader object. So one by one record from the object here is appended. So rec or rows.append rec, that means each row is appended to the variable called rows. Rows is nothing but a list. Then we are displaying the list. So the output will be a list of lists like this. Clear? Next, let us see an example of writing a program to count the number of records present in CSV file. So how many records are there if you want to find out? So what you need to do is you need to open the file. So with the open function we used here for reading. Then csv.reader function is for reading the contents from the file and store it in a reader object which is cr. So the beginning we take c equal to 0. Then for row in cr, so one by one row is taken. As soon as the rows are taken, we are keep just incrementing the value of c. C becomes 1 when you reach a new row. So next row will be taken, then c value will be incremented by 1. So like this it goes up to the last record. So print number of records are, so we'll get the total number of records here. But remember here, if since everything is stored in the form of a comma separated data, so even the heading of the records in the first row will be normally the headings, then the record comes. Even that heading also is counted here. So in case you want to eliminate the heading and count the number of records, then we need to make a small change. So let us see how a program is to be written to count the exact number of records present in the CSV file, excluding the header. Okay, so just modify the previous program. So first we wrote import CSV, and with open function we open the file called mycsv. So csv.reader function reads the file and stores it in a reader object called cr here. So we took one c rows variable to store an empty list. Then we took a variable called value, initialized it as 0. For row in cr, so from reader object one by one rows are taken. If cr dot line number equal to 0, so line number equal to 0, it will tell you whether the line number is 0. So if it is 0, then you don't have to count it. So that's why just write continue. In all other cases, it just appends. Row is appended to C rows. So the row is appended to a list, and in value we just find the length of the list. Okay. So number of records are value. So it just displays the number of records in this case, excluding the header. We'll see another example. So here, how a program can be written to print the records in the form of a comma separated values instead of list. So now let us see how program to print the records in the form of a comma separated values instead of list. So without storing in a list, how can we display? So here we wrote import CSV, then we opened the file with the open function, and we stored it in a file object called CF. So we read the file using csv.reader function, so which reads and store it in a variable mr. So for row in mr, if I am just writing print comma dot join row, so join function is used to join with the string. So what happens, the row will be joined with the comma. There, for example, we have used new function called join. Join is a string method that joins all the values of each row with comma separator. Thus all the records are displayed as a string separated by comma separator and not as a list. So hence the output is obtained like this. So here in this case, instead of storing in a list directly, it is displayed, but the data are separated by comma. I hope you are clear with this. Next, so we saw how to store it in a CSV file. Oh, sorry, how to read from the CSV file. Now let us search a particular record on a CSV file. So in this, so we just ask the user to enter serial number to search for row in mr. Mr is nothing but the variable used where we store the contents of the file. So for row in mr, if row of 0, so row will be the record. Row of 0 means the first field. So first field is serial number here in the table in the CSV file what we stored. So row 0 equal to SNO. That means we are just comparing whether the serial number what we entered is matching with the serial number in the row. So if it is matching, then we print the row. Otherwise it goes to the next. So wherever it is matching records are found, that particular record is displayed here. So here in this example, for example, we wrote 2, the serial number 2. So serial number 2 is searched in the file, the CSV file. So where it is matched, that record will be displayed. So we saw how reading operation is performed on CSV files. Now let us see how to write to a CSV file. To write to a CSV file in Python, we can use the CSV writer function, CSV.writer function. The CSV.writer function returns a writer object that converts the user's data into a delimited string. So whatever is the data stored by the user, it will be converted into a delimited string. This string can later be used to write into CSV files using write row function. So csv.reader function is required, and then write row function is required for writing. In order to write to a CSV file, we create special type of object to write to the CSV file called writer object, which is defined in the CSV module. So CSV module contains writer object, and which we create using the writer function. So the writer row method allows us to write a list of fields to the file. The fields can be string or numbers or both. Also, while using writer row, you do not need to add a new line character to indicate the end of the line. Writer row does it for you as necessary. So we'll see the example. So here is a program to write data onto a CSV file using write row function. So here we have started with import CSV. Then we have defined fields name, class, year, and percent as in a list, and we defined the rows in a list called rows, list of list. So we open the file in write mode and specified the file object name CF. So mr equal to csv dot writer CF. So what happens is the writer object is assigned here. So here delimiter is comma. So mr dot write row fields. What happens is the fields is defined here. This will be returned to the file. So write row function is used to write these fields. Similarly, we want to the rows to be written. So for I in rows, comma dot write row of I. So I will take one by one row and again it will be written. So from the list, one by one list will be taken and returned to the particular file. So after that we just display file created or message. So what happens is once you run this program, you get a message file created, and if you open and see it in E drive, you will have a file called marks4.csv which contains the records with the fields. This is how you write to a CSV file. So next one is write a program to write user entered data onto CSV file. So here we directly enter the data, we define it and enter. Now the user has to enter some data, that data should go to the file. So how to send that, we'll see. So just like previous program, we wrote import statement, we opened the file with open, then csv.writer function is used to write to set up the writer object. So then after that we asked ans equal to y. We initialize the value of ans as y ans dot lower equal to y. So that means whatever is the ans value, it is converted to lowercase and checked whether it is small y. If it is small y, it will repeat. So this is mainly used for repeating the task. So first we'll ask an employee number, then we'll ask employee name, we asked salary. So these things are stored in a list here, and my writer dot write row function which writes this list into the file as a record. Then print a message will be displayed, print data saved. Okay, then we are asking the user to add more. Do you want to add more? So if it is y, then the same process is continued. If it is any other character, it comes out of the loop. This is how we store the user entered data into a CSV file. So we saw what is a CSV file, what are the properties of CSV file, and how to read from CSV file. Then within the CSV file, how to search, how to display the contents of a CSV file, and how to write to a CSV file. So writing directly the data and writing user entered data. So these are the operations we saw to perform on CSV file. I hope you are clear with the contents of CSV file and you understood what is CSV and what are the operation, how it can be performed on CSV file. We'll see the other things in the next session. Thank you.